doesn't lie, but you wanna unless you give it a try, give it a try. But you wanna unless you give it a try. Hey, girl, if I tell you I need you, that doesn't mean that I don't care.
What a...
And if I tell
Oh
you
God, it's still
I
going.
feel,
Okay. Yeah.
don't you think that I will never be there here? Cupid.
Is that a real song? Is that a Drake song?
One of my favorite songs of all time.
Your songs?
Nope.
Who sings them?
112.
Let's let them sing it.
I'm so freaking pissed right now. This is bullshit.
Hello there, villagers. Welcome back to another video here in Stacy's Random POV. And today we are discussing a part of Ted Cruz speech on his Senate hearing, which he was supposed to go in front of the Senate and speak about the crime and the public safety that has either went up or go down with the U.S. military's presence in the cities and on the towns that the ICE agents have been deployed to. But before I get into that, I would like to really have you guys hit that like button, subscribe, and if you don't want to subscribe, that is completely fine, but I will appreciate it if you guys like this video. Liking this video will get it over to the reach of like-minded individuals who don't mind having this type of conversation. And always, as long as you're respectful and nice, you are welcome to put your point of view in the comments down below. So as I mentioned earlier, a few days ago, Ted Cruz was in a Senate hearing discussing crime and public safety and was calling for a bipartisan agreement against serious crime. He even had a chart explaining how much crime has gone down and public safety has gone up since the presence of military in the cities and in these towns. So basically, he was there to try to convince other lawmakers why it is a good idea that Donald Trump decided to release the military, the use of military into America's streets. But I'm not going to hold you guys much longer. I'm going to show you the video of what we're going to be focusing on here, and then I will be back with the rest of my commentary. Check this out.
Senator Booker also said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking
PDF files. So I had to step in on that and make sure I censored it before YouTube makes a big fuss about this video. So in the beginning, right, he had us all there. Like, that was not the problem. The problem was that last part. And of course, I have the rest of the video, so stick around for that. I also have reactions and opinions of other creators and other TikTok users who had something to say about that tiny piece. And it's funny how that one part can destroy the entire message. Again, this is another case of right message, wrong messenger, who messed up and didn't go back to basically correct himself. But is that really something that slipped up, or was it something that was supposed to make it through the cracks for us to hear? Because according to the Daily Beast, the overall rhetoric goal to call for a unified stance against serious crimes, murder, rape, and sexual crimes, including pedophilia. That is what they said, that's what he meant. But there are also other news sources like Cruz, who said that more precise intended phrase was likely something like, let's stop pedophilia, or stop PDF files, or not attack them. However, we may never know, just because of his body language and the fact that he never cared to go back and try to correct himself. This message, this tiny piece of wording that he put together, has grown feet and ran out of the door, because baby, it has gone viral, generating mockery, memes, criticism, especially on social media. And the weird part for me is how hard and strong. Ted Cruz is backing Donald Trump so hard when just in 2016 Donald Trump was saying horrendous and terrible things about him, his wife, his father supposedly being behind the assassination of JFK, and also his professional career, saying that he was sleeping with other women that worked in his cabinet, that worked with him and for him. Like, this all happened in 2016, and I brought you guys an old video that I want you guys to see when they were both running for the presidency in 2016. And mind you, Donald Trump did not apologize until 2020. That is when Donald Trump apologized for all the nasty things he said. But check out this video and I'll be right back.
You heard the other night at debate, they asked Ted Cruz, serious question, well, what do you think of waterboarding? Is it okay? And honestly, I thought he'd say absolutely, and he didn't. He said, well, it's, he's concerned about the answer because some people, she just said a terrible thing. You know what she said? Shout it out because I don't want to. Okay, you're not allowed to say, and I never expect to hear that from you again. She said, I never expect to hear that from you again. She said he's a pussy. That's terrible. Terrible.
There you have it, you guys. And honestly, I don't understand why Ted Cruz keeps coming back to being mistreated. And he always comes back to this ridiculous, pathetic interviews where he always ends up putting his foot in his mouth. He literally gives me the vibes of one of those girls who are like, no, behind closed doors when you're not around, he's nice to me. But this was his reaction to all the nasty things Donald Trump said about him. Check this out and I'll be back.
You talked about your family. They targeted not just your dad, but also your wife. And I think a lot of people sitting at home would say, well, that's pretty cynical. I mean, this is someone who attacked your own members of your family. And what we learned from this testimony is that not only did Donald Trump know about it, he coordinated it.
But I knew then it was lies. It was lies then.
But you didn't know Donald Trump himself was coordinating it.
Of course I did. I said he did. It was obvious. Listen, if I were a private citizen, I could decide my feelings are hurt and I'm just going to leave. But if I do that, I can't do my job. I'll tell you what millions of Americans love about him. Is that he's got backbones and guts.
I love how he's like, you know what the American people love about Trump? That he has backbone and guts, something that I don't have. I choose violence if someone goes after my family. I don't know. I feel like that's what family values are. You don't mess with.
Agreed. It sounds like he is his sugar daddy, as if he got to please daddy. Otherwise, daddy's not gonna give him his fix and whatever. And I have a feeling that that fix is solely because of money. This man is being paid to run with this idea that Donald Trump is good for the American people and for this country, when in reality he is messing everything up. Absolutely everything. But as promised, I'm going to bring you guys the rest so that you guys don't think he's being taken out of context. I'm going to show you the rest of the things that he said, and then I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the reaction of other creators and what they had to say. And of course, don't forget to hit that like, post on your post notifications so you never miss when I'm about to post something as good and interesting as this, and subscribe. Once you subscribe, you automatically become a member of this village. You love this village. You appreciate this village because, baby, it takes a village. Let me know what you guys think in the comment down below, and I'll see you on my next one. And give me the timestamps of whatever you're about to comment down below on which clip, what, when, and where. I'll see you guys.
Booker also said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking
PDF files.
I want you to look at what happened when the National Guard went to D.C. Robbery fell by 57%. Homicide fell by 58%. Sex abuse fell by 40%. Those are real results. And Detective Pemberton, if you would tell this committee what was the effect of the 2022 Comprehensive Policing and Justice Reform Law, and what would the benefit be for the people of D.C. if Congress passes my Clean D.C. Act?
Thank you, Senator Cruz, and thank you for introducing the Clean D.C. Act, which repeals the Comprehensive Policing and Justice Reform Act. It is unquestionably one of the worst pieces of legislation, public safety legislation I've ever seen, and it has completely dismantled and destroyed the Metropolitan Police Department to the tune of more than 800 police officers.
MAGA senator and man with resting raccoon chin fled Cancun cruise just got caught saying the quiet part out loud.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles? I want you to look at what happened when the National Guard went to D.C.
Now, let me just say, clearly, the senator made a Freudian slip there. Because just think, if we were to stop attacking all of the PDF files in D.C., nothing would get done. The government would be in absolute turmoil and wouldn't be able to function. Those PDF files have lives, families, children, their fathers and husbands.
I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Oh, it's so weird.
You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
And frankly, as Ted Cruz said, that is just stuff Republicans won't stand for. Because if anybody knows how to guard these people, it's truly the GOP. Like following.
Now, I know y'all heard what Ted Cruz just got caught saying out loud.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles?
Now, I know there are going to be some people that are talking about, oh, it was just a slip up. He just messed up. Listen, sometimes the mouth lets out the truth that it wasn't supposed to. A Freudian slip, if I've ever seen one. And see, here's the thing. That lines up perfectly with who these Republicans really are. They scream the loudest about protecting kids from drag queens, from books, from teachers even. And meanwhile, every other week, it's a conservative Republican that's caught up in some sting operation or some bathroom scandal or some little sniffy grinder meetup hookup app gone wrong. Caught sexting minors. Caught covering for sexual abuse up in their churches. Who are we protecting the kids from again? It's straight up projection. Period. They are the closet they're trying to lock us up in. They are the predators they're claiming to be saving the children from. Ted Cruz's mouth tripped over the mask there for a second, and what came out sounded a lot more like the truth than like an accident. I'm just saying. And you best believe we're going to keep calling it out. We will not be silenced, because the biggest threat, the biggest danger to children in America, it's not queer people, it's not drag queens, it's repressed conservative Republicans who keep exposing themselves, one Freudian slip at a time.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders?
Amen, my brother. Let's stop killing each other. For real, let's stop killing each other.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape?
I'm with you 110%. I'm with you. I feel you. Let's stop raping people.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles?
You were 2-0, big dog. 2-0, and you just sold. Stop attacking who? I feel like maybe we projected a little bit, but I feel like, you know, I think we should instead of murdering regular people, I think we should just murder pedophiles. In my humble opinion, which is not so humble, it's how I feel. Personally, I think they should be hanging in the middle of the street for everybody to watch. You know? What? No.
There will never be a day. There will never be a time. There will never be an incident where I will ever stop attacking pedophiles. How dare you? To the mothers, to the fathers who have had their children just decimated and obliviated by these predators. How dare you? To the countless survivors of these sick-ass men, which are, by the way, just like you, Ted Cruz. You're exactly the kind. You're exactly the type. I will never stop attacking pedophiles. I will never think that's okay just because you do, Ted Cruz, and because the people you hang around with do. You make me as sick as a pedophile because you're complicit with them. We on to you. Now we know, Ted Cruz, now we know.
Hey, what? I know y'all heard that. I wasn't the only one who heard this shit. What the fuck is wrong? You know what? You can't even ask that question anymore. With what's going on with these people in office, get all of these motherfuckers, all these people on these files, and we need some new fertilizer for the earth.
Said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement.
Yeah.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders?
Yes.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape?
Yes.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking
PDF files.
Yeah, he literally said that. We need to stop attacking PDFs. This wasn't some slip up. He didn't stutter. He didn't correct himself. He meant it. And let's not forget, Ted Cruz pocketed over $1 million from the Pro Is Not Real lobby. Meanwhile, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who has never taken AIPAC money, comes out saying she's happy she wouldn't self-delete and that she stands with the victims, that the whole Epstein PDF network needs to be exposed. And then Ted Cruz jumps in and says, why do people keep saying the Jews are out to unalive them? Hold on, because she never said that. She never mentioned Jews once. She was talking about Epstein and a foreign government. So why are you trying to spin it like that, Ted? Sounds like you told on yourself. And let's not act like we didn't see what happened to Charlie, questioning this exact thing and then gone 48 hours later. Release the files.
Texas Senator Ted Cruz said that we should stop attacking PDF files. Texas Senator Ted Cruz said that we should stop attacking PDF files. I wish I was joking.
Senator Booker also said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles?
How about no? Not at all. Never in a million years. How about that? I do not promote violence on my account at all. But I need you guys to listen. I will never, ever, ever, ever stop attacking PDF files. Ever. I will make sure I teach my future generation to always attack them. It's a life mission of mine to make sure that they are called out, every single one of them. So no, is there a way we can impeach a senator right now? Can we do that? Out of everything you said that, it is our job. It is your duty to protect children. Why would you stop protecting them? Then y'all be like, how can you not be friends with people just because your political beliefs are different? This is why. This is 100% why. I will not be friends with people who support PDF files. Not at all. I cannot be friends with people who say that we should stop attacking PDF files. This is crazy. And what he's trying to do, he's trying to soften the blow for when those files come out and people are on those files that everybody's been telling you are on those files. He's trying to soften the blow and say, well, we should stop attacking them now before we even know. So when we do know, it's like, well, we should stop. No, we're not going to stop. We want those files to come out. Dude, this is sickening. I'm sick to my stomach right now. If you support Ted Cruz, we cannot be friends. I'm sorry. I 100% can't be your friend over a political belief. This is 100% I will not be your friend. Y'all stay positive though, man. Peace.
I want you to look at what happened.
I know he didn't just say what I thought he said, and people just let him carry on. What are we doing right now?
Good job.
What is he doing to her? Did he just pinch her? Why is she crying? And did you see that creepy look on his face after? This is how I know that the fix is in. And they literally think that it's more of them than it is of us who are disgusted by what we just witnessed. We witnessed that. What were the parents doing? Are the parents feeling some type of way now? Now that this is circulating? Wow. You know, I'm going to just end by saying, what did your local news broadcasting what was it about? Probably drones, right? If they weren't reporting on this, what the hell were they reporting on? This is why I don't trust mainstream news outlets, because if they will let this go down, that, ladies and gentlemen, was disturbing. And that man needs to be investigated today.
A bunch of sick, twisted losers that peaked in middle school is in our goddamn administration right now. This shit is not even funny no more. Who is marrying these people? Who is having kids with these people? How are these people even allowed in our society, let alone be in our government? Just a bunch of privileged assholes that got into our government from somehow pushing out DEI and affirmative action hires because they think that they're not qualified, but somehow these fucking dumbasses is qualified to be in the highest positions of government power in some of the most influential states when it comes to our politics. How are these people even in power? Like, what the fuck is going on? And who's having kids with these sickos? What is he doing at home with your daughters? These people so mad that they can't accept their identity as child touchers and members of the LGBTQ community that they gotta lash out their fucking trauma on all of us.
So I guess the Republicans have decided they're not even going to try to hide who they're defending anymore. Mike Johnson is refusing to swear in Adelita Grijalva, still preventing the Epstein files from being voted on, and Ted Cruz just said that we should stop attacking PDF files. Look at this.
Senator Booker also said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles?
That's truly jaw-dropping. Instead of demanding accountability, Ted Cruz is out here defending them, saying that we should stop attacking these people. That's not just a slip of tongue. This is a window into the modern MAGA movement. They're unapologetically protecting PDF files. And one of the ways they're doing this is, of course, refusing to swear in Adelita Grijalva, preventing the files from being voted on. Republicans from Ted Cruz to Mike Johnson to Donald Trump are doing everything they can to block transparency, and they're not even hiding it anymore. They're even willing to go as far as blocking a democratically elected representative from being sworn in to keep these files a secret. It's crazy how they claim they want to protect children while they're actively protecting predators. And to make things worse, they're weaponizing the rules of Congress to do this. At the end of the day, every delay, every trick, every disgusting comment like Ted Cruz's adds up to one thing. And that's a party that would rather shield PDF files and protect them instead of holding them accountable for their actions.
There's gotta be like top 10 Freudian slip moments of like all time, ever. Since the beginning of time. Because if you listen to the full clip, it's like 17 or 20 seconds, something like that. But he's like, starting off in the beginning, how he's like, yeah, murder's bad, rape, it's terrible, but we should all come together and stop attacking pedophiles. Like, you know that pedophiles are rapists by definition. You cannot consent to have sex until you are an adult. So anything under that is statutory rape at best, full-on rape at worst. So what are you talking about?
Well, breaking fucking news. I played this on my live, but I'm going to post a video on it. 50-50, this video's getting taken down, but we will see. Ted Cruz said that we should have a bipartisan agreement. We should stop attacking PDF files.
Next time a MAGA person wants to lash out on an LGBT, a trans person, or a drag queen, remember, it was Ted Cruz who said, please stop attacking pedophiles. It was Ted Cruz who said that shit. Leave us the fuck alone. Leave LGBT, leave drag people alone, leave trans people alone, leave us the fuck alone, and then just deal with your own people, please.
Ted Cruz just said, let's stop attacking pedophiles. This man said into a live microphone at a Senate hearing this morning, let's stop attacking pedophiles. That man was sitting there talking, and he said that aloud after saying we should do something bipartisan. We should stop with the murders. We should stop with the rape. We should stop attacking pedophiles. And he just moved on from that. He was saying, stop attacking my boss. Stop attacking my dear leader. Stop attacking my friends. This is the play now for them people. I beg your pardon? This is the play. Because we know they're not going to stop murder. We love that over here. They don't care about murder. They don't care about gun violence. They don't care about kids losing their lives to gun violence. They certainly don't care about SA. Because look who's in the White House. But this man said the quiet part out loud of that party. Stop attacking them violators of children. Stop talking about my boss. And they are going to try to whitewash this. And much the same way that they have whitewashed mass shootings, that they have whitewashed children losing their lives to mass shootings, the same way they have whitewashed and minimized SA. They are now minimizing fascism. They are minimizing Nazism. And now this is the final play. And all the news outlets that are choosing to cover it are saying, oh, he didn't catch that flub. That man knew good and goddamn well what he was saying. And what an odd thing to say.
So Cancun Cruz just said on national TV that we should stop attacking pedophiles. Now, some people are like, this may have been a word blunder. Looking at the context of the words, though, I don't know. Let me show y'all. Here is like the full quote. Senator Booker also said we should have a bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murderers? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles? I don't know, honestly. I don't put anything past Ted Cruz, especially seeing how Republicans are trying to sweep these Epstein files under the rug. I wouldn't be surprised if that is what he really meant to say and truly meant it. But let me know what you think in the comments. Word blunder, or did he really fucking mean that?
Ted Cruz really put the cherry on top of the shit show that was September with that comment to Congress yesterday. Man really sat there with his full chest and said, we need to stop attacking pedophiles. There's only one group of people who are against that. Ted, I don't think you understand how many people in this country's pastime is watching videos of pedophiles getting their shit rocked in Walmart because they come to meet a 12-year-old and it's actually like 5 dudes ready to beat their ass. Sorry, attacking pedophiles is such a popular opinion that when people murder them, the internet explodes in praise for those people. They're like, oh my god, free my man, he did nothing wrong. I swear, bro, we gotta be like probably 6 weeks away from them just announcing the new age of consent in the country is 12 years old. We're gonna protect a lot of kids this way. Dude, you really let one of the last statements before the entire government shut down be a pro-pedophilia statement. That's just, what is going on?